Chapter 1401. This is completely different from what they expected. So easy? Not only did Levi Garrison not resist, but also took the initiative to give them the potion. Wrong. What did he mean by that just now? Is he waiting for us? This is... Suddenly everyone's pupils contracted, and their eyeballs were about to fly out. Could it be? Think of an extremely terrible possibility. Come, take it, M.BG. Levi Garrison just squeezed the box into one person's hand. The man was completely dumbfounded. There are also deliveries? Levi Garrison's next sentence immediately sounded, "You are not allowed to go out if you get it." What? A word made all the masters cold and scared. They expected Levi Garrison to stand up in the next moment. Tell everyone he has nothing to do. Nothing, scare you. Levi Garrison smiled. I hand over the medicine to you, just beg you to spare my life. Levi Garrison said seriously. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. I was scared to death just now. Ha ha ha, this is the former god of war in Arudaya. I thought he was a man with iron blood? That's it. In order to survive, in order to linger, you actually gave out the potion that Arudaya rewarded you. It's just a name. Arudaya is a bunch of cowards. There is no good thing. Levi Garrison is a waste. God of War is a joke. Hearing that Levi Garrison was taking the potion in exchange for his own life, everyone was amused. And they all started taunting. I was going to kill you. But I won't kill you this time. The dignified god of war actually offered invaluable potions to survive. It's so cool. This matter spreads out. Do I think Arudaya still has the face? The Avengers are on the opposite side of Arudaya. The more such things happened in Arudaya, the happier they were. In particular, Levi was in a high position, but they were so lingering, they were even more refreshed. Levi Garrison, in order to survive, planned to obediently offer medicine. One of them asked with a smile. I am willing. As long as you spare my life, I am willing to offer medicine. Levi Garrison nodded humiliatingly. Ha 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 ha. The group of people was laughing, and left with the potion. Little did he know the arc of Levi Garrison's mouth. They were fooled. This is Levi Garrison's plan. After doing so much, I just waited for these people to come and take the medicine. During this period, he will never make a move. There is no need to kill these people. On the contrary, he will startle the snake and expose himself. The Avengers will know his normal things right away. That's not worth the gain. So take the initiative to give them the medicine. Because following these people, following them all the time, to find out the real behind the scenes. What they didn't think was that they were followed as soon as they left the villa. At this time, the Northern Heavenly King walked in. Hall Master, everything is normal. Our people have already followed them. This time I don't ask to get them out, but there should be no problems with catching a few big bosses. Levi Garrison smiled. Okay, follow up. Don't lose it, we just wait for the net to close. You deserve to be the lord of the palace. Not only is the force superb, but the strategy is also terrible. It is unfortunate to be your opponent. The Northern Heavenly King smiled. The group of people who had just left were in a good mood and headed for Southampton. Triumphantly. When people are proud, their vigilance will decrease a lot. They didn't know if they were followed, and they also had micro-trackers installed on their bodies. Every move is under Levi Garrison's control. Chapter 1402. Act this time. Levi Garrison went out in person. Following the tracker, they all came to Southampton. This group came to Southampton's secret base. The leader in charge of this mission wore a black tiger mask. The mission was successful. Black Tiger couldn't help asking. Yes, Lord Black Tiger, the mission was successful. This is a potion. The man passed the box. Where's Levi Garrison? Did you kill it? Black Tiger asked. Levi Garrison has no kill, Lord Black Tiger, listen to me. After listening to it, Hi-Hu also looked excited. Really? The dignified war god is willing to offer medicine for a dog's life? Ha ha ha. Yes, because he did this, we didn't kill him. Master Black Tiger, don't you know? Levi Garrison not only offered the potion, but also told me the password of the box. He is really afraid of death. Hi-Hu smiled and said, okay, you guys will spread this out as soon as possible. I want Arudaya to see that the supreme god of war will betray his dignity for the sake of a dog's life. Okay, understand. In addition, we quickly send the medicine to the headquarters. The leader and Prince William have been waiting. Black Tiger ordered. Soon, the group set off and left Southampton. At this moment, Levi Garrison was by their side, but he didn't have any hands on it. Upon hearing the headquarters, he felt that he could continue digging. Just after dawn, a message came out. In order to survive, the former Arudaya war god Levi Garrison did not hesitate to give away the potions. Rewarded by Arudaya. The medal awarded by Arudaya to the important ministers of the country is a condition of living. This is the sorrow of Arudaya and the sorrow of the people. It is also a shame for Arudaya. God of war is no longer bloody, what about the other Arudaya soldiers? As soon as the message came out, it caused widespread heated discussion. Pushing Levi Garrison to the forefront again. Levi Garrison turned out to be such a shameless rat. This is abandoning Arudaya. Human dignity is the most important thing, not to mention that he is still the god of war in. I would rather stand to die than kneel to live. For his life, to offer such a supreme reward to the culprit? I really look down on him. Levi Garrison is surrendering to the culprits. This is Arudaya's shame. In an instant, cursing all around. There was no one else to speak for Levi Garrison. It's all scolding him, criticizing him. This is an act of betraying his country and seeking glory. If this medicine flows abroad, the impact will be too great. At this moment, Levi Garrison became a shame to Arudaya. Some people take the rhythm to establish Levi Garrison as a contemporary traitor. Levi Garrison has reached the point where it is beyond the reach. It is estimated that if passers-by meet, they may be drowned by the Spitstar. It's more terrifying than a mouse crossing the street. Successfully destroyed a positive image and damaged Arudaya's reputation. Overseas began to cheer. Have applauded. Many countries or forces have issued statements they are willing to accept Levi Garrison, he is an overseas friend. This is equivalent to fixing Levi Garrison's name as a traitor to death. I can't wash it clean. Levi Garrison just smiled after hearing such a message. The Avengers and the Eagle Nation are really the same. Just love this despicable means. I don't think of Levi Garrison's seller seeking glory. He has other potions. I am ashamed of being a Arudaya with him. It's really unfortunate for the family to have such a scum. After hearing this, the Lopez and Black families began to insult Levi Garrison one after another. Everyone thinks he still has medicine. Chapter 1403. No matter how bad I am, Logan will never be a traitor. People like Levi Garrison should be nailed to the pillar of shame forever. It's embarrassing to have something to do with Levi Garrison. I can't wait to jump off the building. The Lopez and Black families were originally the masters of the rudder. Levi Garrison wanted to sarcasm about such a thing. What Lavilia did not recognize this father from now on, and Zoe's husband, etc. have all come out. Many relatives are like this. I can, TCU, but I am happy to see the hard side of you, and even fight sarcasm. Levi Garrison's matter is just a microcosm. If Levi were here, they could drown him with saliva. Why? No, Levi is not such a person. There must be a problem. Zoe naturally didn't believe it, and argued vigorously. Dad loves Arudaya the most. Impossible things. Lavilia also shouted fiercely. Menjihu stared at Zoe with a sneer. It's all this time, don't you believe it? The whole world knows about this, only you don't believe it. Yet, people have to accept him abroad. Maybe he would have run away long ago. Traitor the country and seek glory, in exchange for glory and wealth. Songkui was talking babbledly. Zoe shook his head. Impossible. Junlin must still be in Northampton. He can't betray Arudaya. He can't leave. Then we can ask him to confront him. Do you believe that Levi Garrison has left Northampton now? Yes, just follow us to see it. Songkui and Logan were just guessing, and they didn't believe Levi Garrison left. Anyway, I'm in the mood at the moment, how can I belittle it? Okay, then I will go and see with you. This proves Levi Garrison's innocence. Zoe agreed. Then she took a group of people to the villa. Tang Bidao had just returned from the northern border and was responsible for guarding the villa. This is. Zoe was very curious to see him. Zoe, take a look at Levi Garrison's hiding a lot of things from you. This is his new doorman butler. Look at the door, don't you know? Concubine Jenny laughed. Tang Bidao looked at everyone. What are you doing? The old guy has nothing to do with you. And she is Levi Garrison's wife and the owner of the villa. Songkui reminded. When it heard that it was Levi Garrison's wife, Tang Bidao was surprised at the same time, but also gave way. Zoe led people into the villa. It's just that the villa is empty and there are no people at all. Where is the only wheelchair? Look. What am I talking about? Did Levi Garrison run away? Songkui's eyes lit up, and he shouted in surprise. Levi Garrison must have gone abroad, this traitor. I really want to slap him to death. Others scolded. One by one looks like angels of justice. Boom. At this juncture, Levi Garrison's absence was a painful blow to Zoe. It is not a good time for you to leave, but it is time for you to leave. Look, this kid runs in a hurry, he doesn't even care about a wheelchair. Logan glanced at the wheelchair. Zoe looked for it again without fail, but there was still no figure of Levi Garrison. She came to Tangbei Road and asked, Uncle can tell me where Levi Garrison is. He should have left Northampton, but I don't know where he is going. Why? Tang Bidao answered truthfully. He must have ran away. Chapter 1404. Tang Bidao's answer stoned the fact that Levi Garrison had left. Tang Bidao wanted to explain, but this matter was secret everywhere. How dare he say? Levi Garrison is a traitor. Zoe, this time, you can't clean it anyway. Everyone was extremely excited. The more Levi Garrison is underestimated, the more excited they are. Zoe choked up in his throat. She doesn't want to make any remarks for the time being. Wait for time to prove im.bg. Although Levi Garrison's behavior was weird, it was in line with what they said. But she still believed in Levi Garrison. He is definitely not such a person. Don't look at Levi Garrison in a wheelchair now. But he is definitely someone who would rather stand to die than live on his knees. Levi Garrison should be removed from Arudaya. What a shame. I have nothing to do with Levi Garrison from now on. Zoe, you and Lavilia should also sever ties with Levi Garrison. Otherwise, you will all become sinners. Everyone announced that they were severing relations with Levi Garrison. Zoe could only look up to the sky and sigh. After returning home, the old lady and them also knew about this. Very well, he will never see you in the future. Don't even think about it with me. The old lady was very angry. Even the Emperor Zisha was very angry. It took him a long time to get the potion, and it was almost scrapped. Then I think Levi Garrison took other medicine to betray the country and seek glory. How can this be tolerated? I am afraid that if the king knows the word side by side, he will be so angry that it will explode. No, I have to tell him to go. The Emperor Zisha wanted more and more angry. Tang Yanran stopped and said, Grandpa, don't you think the king will know the word side by side? He will definitely take measures. No, it's our business to report it. The Western Shu Emperor wanted to take advantage of this to show his loyalty to the king of side by side. The Emperor Zisha brought Tang Yanran to the villa, only to see Tang Bei Road. Go back, don't play such cleverness in the future. Tang Baidao saw the thoughts of the Western Shu Emperor and blasted the two away. The fact that Levi Garrison was a traitor continued to ferment. Of course, this is inseparable from the promotion of overseas countries and major forces. After this incident happened, Levi Garrison was smeared overseas for the first time. Tell the world that Levi Garrison had long ago fornicated the enemy country. For example, the palace of the Blood King was merciful and deliberately let go by his subordinates. Many countries have also opened green channels to Levi Garrison. Several countries even promised that as long as Levi comes, they are willing to grant him a knighthood. Or even let him join the royal family. Glory and wealth, worry-free. The result of this is that it gets darker and darker. The world felt that Levi Garrison had betrayed Arudaya. Levi Garrison was scolded to death. Arudaya is not glorious. But this situation is the most willing to see the traitors. Had it not been for the Lopez and Black family now belonged to the Western Shu family, I'm afraid it will definitely be implicated. Many people have come to Northampton to search for Levi Garrison, and everyone wants to denounce this traitor to his face. Zoe is very suffering now. She wanted Levi Garrison to appear, but she didn't want him to appear. If he showed up, it would be too much trouble. He certainly couldn't handle it himself. When he showed up, he would tell everyone that he did not betray Arudaya. The Garrison people in Oakland City are the most affected. Arudaya even set off a wave of boycotting the Garrison family. As Kyunfa pointed out, Levi Garrison, who was scolded by thousands of people, was struggling for Arudaya at this moment. They followed the group all the way to the capital. Levi Garrison was very excited. If this time the Avengers can be uprooted, that would be great. Chapter 1405. Everyone in Black Tiger was very excited. Not only got the potion, but also destroyed Levi Garrison with his own hands. An unprecedented sense of accomplishment. Seeing the overwhelming remarks against Levi Garrison, they really enjoyed themselves. Even they themselves didn't expect such an unexpected effect. The main reason is that Levi Garrison stood too high before. Once falling down the altar, this is the phenomenon. Let's take a look. Fortunately, he didn't kill him, otherwise, how can this effect? Yes, it is better to die than life. Hi-ho, several people discussed it. Levi Garrison kept staring at them in secret. Bg. The culprit is these people. The scum of Arudaya is really the same as the people of War Eagle Nation. Soon Hi-ho took a few people to a villa somewhere in the capital. The guards of this villa were extremely strict, and it was estimated that it was a few kilometers nearby. So they found out. But it's not difficult for Levi to come to them. They easily dived into the villa. According to intelligence and analysis, Levi Garrison and Zishan Wang have reached a conclusion. The Avengers organization has a strict hierarchy. It is divided according to the color of the mask. The highest level mask is black. The second level mask is golden. The third level mask is silver. This time, the Black Tiger personally led the team, which shows how much the Avengers attach to this matter. After arriving at the villa, several people from Black Tiger came to the hall after going through complicated procedures. Levi Garrison and the Northern Heavenly King followed closely, hiding high in the dark. The interior of the hall is at a glance. There was only one person inside, also wearing a black mask, with a phoenix pattern. Judging from the figure, she is a woman. She is the second in command in the Avengers Black Phoenix. Black Tiger, the mission is complete. Black Phoenix asked. Enlightened Deputy Chief, the mission is complete. This is a potion. By the way, let's break Levi Garrison into a place where no one can recover. Hi-Ho reports with excitement. While looking at the potion, the Black Phoenix sneered and said, I know both the leader and me. Good job. The leader will be rewarded after he comes back. The Black Tiger suppressed his excitement and asked curiously, is the leader not in the capital? The leader went to the East Island and won't be back for the time being. Black Phoenix answered. Levi Garrison in the dark cried out, what a pity. I thought it could uproot the Avengers. No thought that the leader is not there, there is only one deputy leader. But what is certain is that the scum of the Avengers has close ties with many overseas forces. The leader went to Hamden, that means they have contact with Hamden. Also contacted the Warhawk state. I'm afraid it is also in contact with several other hostile forces. Many things have been done to harm Arudaya over the years. For some reason, Levi Garrison suddenly remembered Watanabe Tianyi's smile before his death. It seems that Tanika Watanabe knows a lot. The re-emergence of the Blood King Palace and the poison that hurts oneself are inseparable from them. Deputy Chief, so did you give the potion to Prince William? Black Tiger asked. Wrong. I have already discussed with Prince William, and his people will come to get something. Tonight. After speaking, Black Phoenix continued to look at the potion. There is no problem with the potion. Right. There is absolutely no problem, it was Levi Garrison who offered it on the initiative. There will be no fakes. Hi-Ho replied. He Feng Huang sneered, ho ho, Levi Garrison would also do such things to survive. It's ridiculous. Since there is nothing wrong, come with me, let's pick up the messenger sent by Prince William. Chapter 1406. Afterwards, Hi-Ho followed He Feng Guang and left the villa. The group behaved cautiously. Especially the level of Black Phoenix. The way she was going had already been investigated in advance. Make sure to leave without any danger and tracking. But Levi Garrison always followed in the dark. Soon after, they came to an upscale area in the capital. Most of the wealthy businessmen living overseas live here, but few people come here. The area where these wealthy businessmen live is afraid that few people can come, so it is very confidential for the Avengers. Several people from Black Phoenix entered a villa, and then waited for Prince William's messenger to arrive. Levi Garrison and the Northern Heavenly King also sneaked into the villa. Meek. Deputy Chief, Arudaya really suffered a heavy loss this time. It's not just a matter of losing the potion. As long as you get the potion, Prince William's people can analyze the ingredients. This potion is no longer unique to Arudaya. Not only that, but Arudaya's reputation has been greatly damaged because of Levi Garrison. It's so refreshing. Black Tiger laughed. Black Phoenix nodded, well, for us sinners like Arudaya, the more miserable Arudaya is, the happier we will be. The eyes of the Black Tigers burst into cold light of hatred. Yes, it's wrong. Everyone in our Avengers is a sinner of Arudaya, especially us, we are burdened with heinous crimes. It was Arudaya who ruined us. Let us become sinners and never be able to raise our heads. We should have been prosperous all our lives, but Arudaya has harmed us. We have vowed a long time ago to resist Arudaya in this life. Unless we die, Arudaya will not have a peaceful day. The Black Tigers were just like crazy, grinning, making a voice of hatred. Levi Garrison in the dark finally understood who the Avengers are. According to what they said, these people were all sinners of Arudaya. Each is a criminal with a heinous crime. It is estimated that they were all super big people before, and they should have had a luxurious life. Because they were convicted of sinners by Arudaya, they were deprived of everything. These people have accumulated hatred, and their hatred for Arudaya is getting deeper and deeper. They gathered together to form the Avengers. Over the years, he has been targeting Arudaya. Wrong. Hate. Terrible hate. In their eyes, they have an antagonistic hatred with Arudaya. They only think that Arudaya deprived them of everything and condemned them as sinners. Only blame others. But I don't want to think about why Arudaya did this. It's not that they committed all kinds of crimes themselves. For example, killing people and overcoming goods, such as extermination and treason. This group of scum will only blame others, and will not find the cause in themselves. They think there is nothing wrong at all. Even under this kind of hatred, the land that will give birth to them can be betrayed. More cruelly killing their compatriots. It's just a bunch of chopsticks, scum. Levi Garrison clenched his fist tightly, and bloodthirsty killing intent flashed in his eyes. He really wanted to do it right away. But still focus on the overall situation. This time the harvest is huge. At least know who they are. Next, they will use all their power to thoroughly investigate these people. Just by investigating Arudaya's criminals who have committed heinous crimes in the past 100 years, they will surely be able to find out one by one. Even if the faces under their masks have been ruined, they can still correspond. Yes, the leader will plan something that will cause a sensation in the world. I am looking forward to it. Chapter 1407. Black Phoenix's eyes were full of expectation and madness. Hi-Ho and others were also interested. Really? Everyone asked. Of course. Otherwise, the leader will not go to the East Island himself. Going to the East Island is to plan this event. The tone of the Black Phoenix was full of pride. It shows her confidence in this matter. How big is it? Hi-Ho's eyes are hot. Black Phoenix smiled. If this happens, it will be enough to shock Arudaya's vitality, and the self-confidence of Arudaya people will be devastating. Hiss. Hi-Ho took a breath. They know that the chief planning is definitely a big event. But I didn't expect it to be so big. Speaking of which, I would also like to thank the 4 main gates. It is they who broke the agreement. And let all the hidden forces come out. We have this opportunity. The corners of He Fengguang's mouth rose. Yes. The situation is in our favor now. Black Tiger also laughed. Levi Garrison in the dark clenched his fists, his eyes flickering. These people are crazy. This time they are coming to the big one. Listening to their plan should be a huge blow to Arudaya. Fortunately, Levi Garrison designed such a bureau. They entered. Otherwise it is impossible to know this kind of plan. Although I don't know what it is, at least we can prepare in advance. What about the specific plan? Black Tiger asked. Hey? This is confidential, you want to know? He Fenghuang suddenly raised his pitch, and Hi-Ho was so scared that he could not speak. Seeing this, Levi Garrison has invented the horror of this organization. The system is too strict. You know that Hi-Ho also wears a black mask, but he still doesn't know the big plan. Soon after, the envoy of Prince William of the Warhawk Kingdom came. Well, Prince William said, you did a good job. What he promised you will also be fulfilled. 13. Islands are permanently owned by you. You can completely break away from Arudaya and form your own domain. The messenger said with a smile. Thank you, Prince William. He Fenghuang and others were very excited. After receiving the potion, the messenger looked at it a few times and said, Prince William knows that you have to plan a major event next. If you have any needs, Prince William will fully support it. Thank you so much, Prince William. If we succeed in this matter, it will have a lot of benefits for the Eagle Nation and Prince William. Well, happy cooperation. Subsequently, the envoy of Prince William left. Levi Garrison sent someone to follow him, and all their trading and conversations were filmed just now. This is the evidence. In the future, if he wants to use certain people in the War Eagle Nation to operate, that is the reason. Now he is sending people to follow Prince William's messenger, just to dig out all these people from the Eagle Nation. Levi Garrison believed that this group of people was the same group who killed his brother back then. He wants to do it now. But for the sake of the overall situation, I still have to bear it. As for the people like Black Phoenix, Levi Garrison still sent elites to follow. He wants to control the entire Avengers Alliance in his hands. Even more, they must be found out one by one. Levi Garrison and the Northern Heavenly King went back. He had to make preparations quickly to prevent the huge plan of the Avengers. It's not good if something big happens. At this time, the King of Northern Heaven suddenly raised a question: Hall Master, has the medicine been taken away by Prince William's people? Correct. Is that potion real? The Northern Heavenly King suddenly became nervous. Chapter 1408. Although the Northern Heavenly King has no name or surname, he has no family and friends, and it does not exist in any of Arudia's materials. But he is a big summer. Always care about Arudia. He was worried about the medicine being taken away. Did the prescription leak? That was a big blow to Arudia. Really? Reluctant to let the child catch the wolf. With their abilities, if the medicine is fake, it can be found out soon. Levi approached. The Northern Heavenly King sighed. Bg. This is also a matter of no way. Suddenly Levi Garrison smiled. Of course I won't be so stupid as to give the real potion for nothing. The research and development of this drug took a long time, and it took tens of thousands of experiments to succeed. A lot of defective and failed products were left behind. What I gave them was a relatively close defective product. In a short time, they won't be able to find out at all. When they analyze the ingredients and then deduce the real medicine, it will be the year of the monkey. After listening to it, the Northern Heavenly King understood. It turned out that when Messiah mentioned this potion, it was in Levi Garrison's plan step by step. So he was not afraid to give the potion to Prince William at all. Xiao Bei, immediately tell Xiao Dong, let him take people to the East Island to see what's wrong there. Let Zioxi use all available power to conduct a thorough investigation. It really doesn't work. I will use my identity as the King of the Word to open all the powers. Levi Garrison ordered. The situation is urgent, and he must use all available forces. Next we will go back to Northampton. I will use the Zisha Gate valve too. Levi approached. By the way, let Zioxi send me a list of all the people who have problems with the Zisha Gate. Before that, Levi Garrison asked the Emperor of Zisha to hand over the information of all members of the Zisha clan. He has been asked to check. He must have a clear resume before he dare to use it. As for other problems, they will be thoroughly investigated one by one. Especially check if they are related to the Avengers. Now that the members who have problems are filtered out, he can use them. At this time, the crusade against Levi Garrison became more and more serious, and there was no downward trend in the heat. The Avengers and overseas forces are still fanning the flames. Even the whole Northampton is implicated. After Levi Garrison returned, even Tang Beidao was extremely surprised. Hall Master, are you back? In just one day, I don't know how many people have been here, and almost smashed this place. Tang Beidao was also very depressed. As the #1 master of the Western Shu family, he was like a god, and he was bullied by ordinary people one after another. He couldn't do it. Hurry up and let Emperor Tang come here. Levi Garrison no longer cares about the public opinion outside. Now I just want to stop the lunatics of the Avengers. After all, I don't know their plan. Emperor Tang, who received the notice, came to the villa flattered. Master, what do you need us to do? Levi Garrison said straightforwardly, next, listen to my arrangements. The specific tasks and the distribution of members are. In this action, Levi Garrison almost used all the vital power of the Zisha clan. This surprised the Western Shu Emperor. What is it that caused more than 100,000 people from the Western Shu family to be dispatched? Hurry up and assign tasks in the name of your patriarch. The sooner the better. Levi Garrison urged. The Emperor Zisha did not dare to neglect for a moment, and after returning to the Lopez family ancestor's house, he assigned tasks one by one to implement Levi Garrison's plan. Chapter 1409. The Emperor Zisha suddenly made such a big move, which made the Lopez and Black family very puzzled. What's the matter? Even the old lady is the monk of Zhang puzzled. Old lady, I heard that this time it was a super big action by the Zisha clan. Meredith asked curiously. Others also looked at the old lady. The old lady took a breath. Yes, this is the first time I have seen such a dynamic action. I have never seen it before. Old lady, are we also a member of the Zisha clan now? Everyone continued to ask. Yes, what's the matter? Then the actions of the Western Shu family, we should also participate in it. Why don't we do anything about it, Meek? Meredith asked. One sentence made Tang Yanran angry. You want to take part in the action? But what do you guys do? Do you have any abilities? How many master-level powerhouses are there in your family? How many god-level powerhouses are there? This. Facing Tang Yanran's questioning, everyone in Lopez and Black's family was stunned. Correct. Although their reputations are on the Western Shu family, do they have the capabilities of the Western Shu family? Nothing at all. After the trouble, you figure out your own positioning. Tang Yanran warned dissatisfied. Miss, we know. We are the bottom of the Zisha clan. We promise not to embarrass the Zishu clan. Yes, we are just a group of dogs, we know our position very well. Meredith and the others were humbled and almost knelt on the ground. They licked Tang Yanran frantically like a dog. Even admitted that he is a dog. Like the Western Shu Emperor, they didn't even have the qualifications to fawn. Little did he know that the Emperor Zishu also lied on the ground to compliment Ye King. The Western Shu Emperor allocated everything that Levi Garrison had arranged. He walked out and let out a deep, long sigh of relief. The old lady hurriedly greeted a large group of people. There are those with tea and water, and those with fan wind. There is a thump. Song Kui even lay on the ground to polish the shoes of the Western Shu Emperor. Elder Don, your shoes are dirty, I'll clean them. Facing these, the Western Shu Emperor was indifferent. The old lady asked, what the hell is Big Brother's task? Why do you want to hide it from me? The Emperor Zisha just wanted to say, but he nodded immediately after thinking of something. Yes. This matter should be kept secret from you. But you have to rest assured. After this is done, the status of my Zisha clan in Arudaya will be raised to another level. Arudaya admits this. Hiss. After the Emperor Zisha finished speaking, the old lady was very happy. Good thing. What a great thing. The other Lopez family members became more excited when they heard it. The tide is rising. The higher the status of the Zisha clan, the brighter their future will be. Songkoi's Shushine, Logan, Jenny, and Menjiho beat their legs and back harder. Tang Lao Yingming. We believe that under your leadership, the Western Shu Gate will definitely be more brilliant for thousands of years. I am proud of being a member of the Western Shu family. Meredith and Harry showed great hospitality. Zoe and his parents are incompatible with these personalities. They, especially Zoe, Can't do this at all. Fortunately, Grandma loves her enough. At this moment, the housekeeper of the Lopez family ran in a panic. It's not good, the big thing is bad. I saw Levi Garrison is back, shouted the butler. However, when he saw that the Emperor Zisha was also there, he immediately fell to his knees in fright. Chapter 1410. The housekeeper was arranged by Harry to stare at Levi Garrison's villa at all times. But the butler was too reckless. All the fuss scared the Western Shu Emperor. The faces of Lopez and Black's family members are also extremely ugly. Isn't this making them ugly to be so flustered in front of the Western Shu Emperor? Everyone was trembling with fright. I am afraid that the Western Shu Emperor will blame it. But the Western Shu Emperor asked, is that the traitor Levi Garrison? Recently, there has been a lot of uproar. Both Zishu Emperor and Tang Yanran knew about it. Yes, it's him. This kid took a lot of potions and hid a copy for others, and sold Arudaya. I am ashamed of knowing Levi Garrison. This scum shouldn't live in this world. Everyone ridiculed Levi Garrison. Zoe was in a bad mood, clenching his fists tightly. No, didn't he all go abroad? Why did he come back? Menjia raised questions. Yes, why did the man he ran back again? Everyone reacted now. Songkui and Logan looked at each other and said, no matter what the reason is for him to come back, we have to catch him immediately. Then hand it to the relevant personnel. Such a traitor must not let him run away. Yes, even if you catch this kid, you can still count the merits of the Zisha clan. I caught the traitor. He gave such expensive potions to outsiders. Everyone shouted. Zoe didn't even have a chance to interject. Once Levi Garrison was caught back, it would be dangerous. Even if he is not a traitor, according to the posture of this group of people, he will be abruptly designated as a traitor. After Lopez and Black's family reminded them, this made the eyes of the Western Shu Emperor bright. Tang Yanran even reminded him from the side, Grandpa, this is a good way. Levi Garrison is a traitor. And everyone gets to blame. Many people are looking for him. If we catch him and give it directly to the prince, the credit will be ours. Why? In an instant, the Western Shu Emperor became excited. Quickly, send someone to get Levi Garrison back. I must dedicate it to the king of one word. The Emperor Xi Shu said excitedly. When I saw everyone's surprised eyes, the Emperor Zisha knew that he was overly excited, and he was frustrated. Big brother, one word side by side? Do you know him too? The old lady asked immediately. Grandpa is more than just acquaintance, the actions of the Zisha clan just now were arranged by the side-by-side king. It can be said that there is a side-by-side king standing behind the Zisha clan. Tang Yanran said. The Emperor Xi Shu also nodded, it is indeed the case. The action just now is a better arrangement. For the king of the word side by side. One thing, this is a secret, don't tell anyone. Otherwise, there will be no mercy. Everyone nodded. Lopez and Black's family became more and more excited. Joining Zisha Gate Valve is really a surprise. Now there is a word side by side king supporting. Then I don't know what height it will reach in the future. It's great. Happy events come and go. The old lady was also very excited. Hey, if the king is not a wife and children, I want to promise Yanran to him. Speaking of this matter, the Western Shu Emperor was very depressed. Ah! I heard that the king is only in his 20s, and he is not married. Everyone said one after another. He has it. You don't know it. Stop talking about this, go grab Levi Garrison for me. The Emperor of Western Shu also sent 6 major servants to go with Songkui. Chapter 1411. Zoe became more worried. But there is no way. If Levi Garrison were directly handed over to the king of one word, wouldn't it be a dead end? The crime of traitorousness is too serious. It is likely that Levi Garrison's mother, her and Lavilia will also be implicated. They may have nothing to do because of the presence of the Western Shu Emperor. But Levi Garrison must be in trouble. Don't mix it up. The two of Aaron held Zoe. Song Kui and Logan led the crowd menacingly to the royal villa. When they came to the villa area, the 6 servants of the Western Shu Emperor were taken. Abakim.bg. Is it such a coincidence? Dozn, the king of words live here? Next, Song Kui led the way, and the route became more and more familiar. Isn't this the villa leading to the king of the word side by side? The next fact made the 6 major servants go crazy. It really is here. Levi Garrison, hurry out. We know you are back, you traitor. Hurry up and get out by yourself, don't force us to do it. Song Kui shouted at the villa. This time, the 6 major servants are really going to cry. It's really a word side by side. He is the one Levi Garrison hated by the Lopez and Black family. When they saw Tang Baideo's figure, they became more sure of this. The old immortal, let Levi Garrison come out quickly, don't hide it. Yes, otherwise Xiao will beat you up. Song Kui and Logan yelled at Tang Baideo. Puff. The 6 major servants are about to vomit blood. Are these people crazy? Dare to yell at this guy like this? As everyone knows, even the Emperor Xi Shu himself dare not. Are you looking for death? They were trembling with fright and were about to kneel on the ground. Especially seeing Tang Baideo looking at this place, their scalp is numb and they are about to die. Just as they shouted, Levi Garrison came out from inside. Let the Northern Heavenly King push him and sit in a wheelchair. Levi Garrison, you traitor, do you dare to come out? Song Kui immediately shouted. Levi Garrison sneered and said, didn't you let me out? Traitor, shameless scum, do you have the face to speak? And the face to come back? Everyone said angrily. Yet, someone has a clear conscience and is all about Arudaya. Where did the traitor come from? Levi Garrison was frank and frank. Ho ho, now in Arudaya, who in the world doesn't know that you are a traitor? To tell you the truth, we are here to catch you this time. Don't want to run. Along with us are the 6 masters of the Zishu Emperor, the head of the Zishu clan, can you still run? Song Kui introduced several people. But where do you dare to criticize the 6 anger? Knowing this situation a long time ago, they would not dare to come to death. The 6 major servants were about to kneel down, but they saw Levi Garrison's eyes. The 6 stopped abruptly. Levi Garrison, I advise you to stop resisting, and go back with us for trial. Otherwise, you will suffer all the hardship. Logan laughed. Okay, then I'll go back with you and see who is going to judge me. Levi Garrison smiled. Come on, bring him back to me. Afterwards, everyone pushed Levi Garrison into the car and went straight to the house of Lopez's ancestors. Neither the Northern Heavenly King nor Tang Baideo followed. Along the way, the 6 major servants have been sweating coldly. Wet sweat stains under her feet. My sirs, what's wrong with you? Is it so hot? Song Kui asked curiously. Nothing. A few people were perfunctory. Soon, I arrived at the ancestral home of the Lopez family. Song Kui and the others can't wait. Chapter 1412. One by one, they eagerly wanted the Emperor's issue to punish Levi Garrison. Send it to the king of side by side as soon as possible for execution. Hurry up. Disability is trouble. Song Kui and several people pushed their wheelchairs, all venting their negative emotions. The servants of the Western Shu Emperor were shocked to see them. They are really about to collapse. This is the king of the word side by side. Are you crazy? Several people can't imagine what will happen next. When they came to the yard, many people from Lopez and Black's family had already rushed. Out am I.Eek. Well, you traitor, do you dare to come back? See if I can suck you to death today. Having a scum like you is really maddening me. When the Lopez and Black family saw Levi Garrison, each seemed to be crazy. Facing Levi Garrison's words and penalties, there were even hands-on actions. Meredith slapped up, Harry smashed it down with a stick. What are you doing? The 6 major slaves couldn't help it anymore, and quickly stopped them. My sirs, we have lost our way. The main reason is that we can't help but encounter this traitor. Yes, I can't wait to kill him. Eliminate harm for the people, and give back justice. The crowd stared at Levi Garrison, extremely angry. Dad, Dad! Lavilia ran over at this moment. Lavilia missed you, Dad. Lavilia crawled into Levi Garrison's arms. Levi Garrison hugged Lavilia tightly and smiled. Lavilia will be patient, and soon my dad will pick you up and mom back. Idiot dreaming. Levi Garrison, you are like this, you still want to pick up your wife and daughter. Today, Elder Dawn will send you to the King of the Word side by side. Let me see how many lives you have. Meredith roared. No, he is not a traitor. He will never betray Arudia. Zoe's voice sounded. Although she still didn't choose to forgive Levi Garrison, she still trusted him. Humph, he is a traitor. Even the potion is handed over. Zoe defended against everyone. If he really did this, he should have gone abroad a long time ago. Why would he come back? He should know that people all over the world are looking for him, right? He just came back to join the internet cafe. It's not because he is frank and frank, he didn't do this at all. This. Faced with Zoe's doubts, everyone was speechless. No matter what, Levi Garrison is a traitor. Everyone gets punishable. Yes, this scum must die. Arudia's traitor must die. Song Kui shouted. Okay, Zoe, you don't have to worry about this. Brother will take care of it. The old lady said. Ordered to protect Zoe and Lavilia aside. No more contact with Levi Garrison. Zoe was about to cry in a hurry. If the Emperor Xi Shu came to deal with it personally, Levi Garrison would definitely be over. They want to take Levi Garrison to go side by side with the king to invite credit. Zoe, you don't have to be afraid. I'm sitting upright, Levi, who is in trouble? Levi Garrison comforted. The 6 major servants also subconsciously said, Miss Lee, please rest assured. The master will deal with it impartially. They were the most disturbed throughout the whole process. For a while, I am afraid that the storm is coming. The scene was so terrible that they couldn't even imagine it. What's the noise? Is Levi here? Accompanied by the voice, Emperor Xi Shu and Tang Yanran came to the court surrounded by everyone. Brother, this is Levi Garrison. The old lady pointed. The Emperor of Zishu looked at Levi Garrison. Chapter 1413. It didn't matter at this sight, a few people almost fainted with fright. Levi Garrison smiled, well, I am Levi Garrison. When a pair of eyes exchanged with Levi Garrison's eyes, sparks flew everywhere. The air freezes. The expression of the Emperor Xi Shu's aloof completely collapsed and turned into an indelible shock. The pupils contracted, and the eyeballs almost flew out. His straight body suddenly became a puddle of mud. Almost fell directly to the ground. Tang Yanran's face paled, her complexion pale, with no bloodshot eyes. The faces of other people are as ugly as they are. Why? Okay. Hiss. Everyone took a deep breath. What's the situation? How come everyone looked like this when they saw Levi Garrison? The old lady was very curious. What's going on here? Zoe wondered. Meredith was puzzled. Harry was puzzled. Everyone is at a loss. Is Levi Garrison terrible? Only the 6 major servants in the field looked as usual. Old Tang, this is the traitor Levi Garrison. We have caught him and ask you to try him. Song Kui showed great hospitality to several people. 1. After reacting, the Emperor Xi Shu immediately threw himself in front of Levi Garrison and spoke. Subconsciously. But suddenly thinking of something, he stuck the words in his throat abruptly. So you are the former god of war? You are really young. The Emperor of Western Shu immediately changed his rhetoric. You want to judge me? Levi Garrison smiled and looked at the Western Shu Emperor. Puff. The Emperor of Zishu almost vomited blood in fright. Other people like Tang Yanran almost knelt down. Don't be a traitor, you must deal with him. Yes, such a traitor must never live. Song Kui continued to request. Even with a little urge. Snapped. The Emperor Xi Shu suddenly turned around and slapped Song Kui's face fiercely. This scene stunned the audience. He actually beat Song Kui? Are you teaching me to do things? The Western Shu Emperor said angrily. Puff. Puff. At this time, almost everyone in the Lopez and Black family knelt to the ground. Old Tang, we dare not, we dare not. Everyone was almost crying. Song Kui's face turned blue with fright. Well, he left it to me. It has nothing to do with you. The Western Shu Emperor said angrily. Yes. After that, Emperor Xi Shu left, and Tang Yanran pushed Levi Garrison to follow. After arriving at the residence of the Emperor Zishu, Tang Yanran, the Emperor Zishu and others immediately knelt in front of Levi Garrison. Master, we didn't know it was you. What a coincidence. The Emperor Zishu was also crying. Made a big mistake today. Wang Wanzan thought that little Mr. Levi Garrison and the word side by side Wang Hui were all alone. No problem, this is part of my secret plan. Now you are also in the secret plan. You know how to do it. Levi Garrison said. I will understand. And I will use all the power of the Western Shu family to protect your wife and daughter. The Western Shu Emperor was still smart, and understood the reason why Levi Garrison put his wife and daughter in Lopez's house. Well, just know it. Levi Garrison smiled. On the other side, everyone was waiting eagerly. What do you think Tang Elder would do with Levi Garrison? Logan asked. Song Kui was afraid to speak now. I see, most of them are going to send Levi Garrison to the king of side by side after a severe beating. Menjiu replied. I think so too. Concubine Jenny agreed, but the next half sentence was unspoken. Because they saw an incredible scene. Chapter 1414. Tang Yanran pushed Levi Garrison out. Tang Yanran's respectful manner, as if Levi Garrison was a super big person. Don't miss Tang deal with Levi Garrison. Everyone asked. Should you be in charge? Tang Yanran glared at everyone and pushed Levi Garrison away. The Lopez and Black family are very puzzled. Didn't you deal with Levi Garrison? But they dare not ask again. Zoe was relieved. But she felt very strange, and faintly felt that something was wrong in my .eek. The reaction of the Emperor Zishu and Tang Yanran to Levi Garrison was too great. Other people feel this way too, but I can't tell what is going on. How could they think of it? The two super beings mentioned by the Emperor Xi Shu were actually Levi Garrison alone. To give him to the king of one word is to give him himself. After Levi Garrison returned to the villa, he began to coordinate the globalization. In just one day and one night, Levi Garrison used all the power and resources he could use to prevent the Avengers from doing big things. Only the result disappointed him. Everything in Arudaya is normal, and even the Avengers is normal, and there is no sign of action. Even if hundreds of thousands of people from the Western Shu family were dispatched, no clues were Found. The other party doesn't seem to be making any big moves. Levi Garrison frowned and muttered to himself, what will their actions be? He has taken protective measures, almost to put an end to any threats or Arudaya's actions. But just can't guess what the other party is going to do? What exactly did the leader of the Avengers plan on the East Island? Although the King of East Heaven went to the East Island, no trace of him could be found. You clearly know that the other party is going to implement a big action, but you don't know when, where, and how. This is the most terrible. When Levi Garrison was at a loss, Tang Bidao couldn't help but said, Hall Master, maybe not in Arudaya. Okay. Hearing this, Levi Garrison's eyes lit up fiercely. Yes, who said that the attack on Arudaya must take place in Arudaya? If they want to act in Arudaya, they must be prepared. There are traces of preparation, but I sent out all the power to check, there are no traces at all. Mostly sure they won't act in Arudaya. Speaking of which, Levi Garrison has already affirmed. Operating overseas? I can't imagine how it will be done. Northern Heavenly King Road. King Xitian frowned and said, could it be that the Avengers want to betray Arudaya publicly? No. How could they disclose their identities? It is estimated that even their partners do not know their identities. Levi Garrison retorted. What would it be? How to do something that hit Arudaya overseas? I can't think of this. Everyone looked at each other and really couldn't think of it. Levi Garrison touched his nose, I seem to know what they are going to do. What? Everyone glanced over. At this moment, Levi Garrison received a secret telegram from Messiah. As he listened, Levi Garrison's face gradually became extremely serious. The few people next to each other were short of breath, and didn't even dare to breathe. After hanging up the secret power, Levi Garrison took a long breath. Sure enough, I expected it. It really is. Levi Garrison smiled mysteriously. Everyone looked at Levi Garrison suspiciously, all wondering what Messiah's secret telegram was. What exactly did Levi Garrison predict? Chapter 1415. Dare to ask the Lord, what exactly did Messiah say to you? The Northern Heavenly King could not bear his curiosity anymore. The content of Messiah's secret telegram is very simple. Hamdan and Xingguo are going to hold a forum for the 28 countries of Dongfang's Hu, inviting all countries in Dongfang's Hu to participate. The person invited by Arudaya is me, that is, the identity of the king of the word side by side. Levi Garrison said. Hearing this, the faces of the northern kings changed drastically. The Avengers' big action is to kill you. Hiss. Everyone took a deep breath. Levi Garrison nodded, yes, that's wrong. I guessed it, the best way they can attack Arudaya right now is to kill me. He had guessed before, if he didn't act in Arudaya. That is, the Avengers are afraid of Arudaya, knowing that the operation in Arudaya will not go smoothly and cannot be completed. As for how to hit Arudaya so painfully, why? For now, the best way is to punish the existence of Arudaya's high power. Ray and Terry are no longer considered. Just the words of God of War are not qualified. If you want to kill the word side by side king. He is the existence of the king, and carries the fortune of the great Xia nation. If the Avengers can kill the king of side by side, it will definitely be a painful blow to Arudaya, enough to hurt Arudaya's vitality for decades. It will even affect the national transport. But within Arudaya, is it easy to kill the king by one word? What's more, the Avengers also know how strong a word side by side king is. But if the king can be introduced overseas, the result will be different. The success rate is high anyway. The overseas net must have been laid out, just waiting for you to go. Looking at this posture this time, they are going to kill you at all costs. No, it's too dangerous. I don't think you can go, the Lord. What kind of exchange meeting is it? Is actually the killing game set up by the Avengers and foreign enemies. Everyone can see it. You must never go. The Northern Heavenly King said anxiously. Levi Garrison smiled, can you not go? My Arudaya is a superpower, and I want to be a great country. If you want to be afraid of this, where is my Arudaya? Not only do I want to go, I want to go alone. This is my Arudaya. My Arudaya warrior is not afraid of any difficulties and obstacles. Levi Garrison domineering way. An invincible vibe is surging across the world. If you want to go, someone else will replace you. Anyway, no one knows what a king is like side by side. The Northern Heavenly King said, looking at Tang Baidao. The meaning is very simple. Let Tang Baidao play the king of the word side by side. Levi Garrison shook his head, no. I still do this kind of death by myself. How can I let my compatriots go? Levi Garrison is afraid that people will poke my spine. My Arudaya has never had such a precedent, and I, Levi Garrison, is not even such a person. After listening, several people from Tang Baidao respected Levi Garrison in awe. Everyone saluted Levi Garrison one after another. Only he can afford the title of King of Side by Side. Only he can carry the great Xia national fortune. Of course this is the character of Arudaya people. The big men took the lead, and the soldiers were not afraid of death. It's all a bunch of good boys. I really didn't expect the Avengers to do such a trick. They don't come in secret, they come out. They know Arudaya very well, they know Arudaya's great country style, and they must set an example in Dongfang continent. I will definitely participate. Levi Garrison smiled. Chapter 1416. The Avengers are really terrifying. Knowing that I will definitely participate, and I will be alone. The enemy and opponent will always know you. They will ponder you every day. Levi Garrison shook his head helplessly. The Avengers are terrible. Especially this action. Be honest and express your intentions directly. You know the danger, but you must participate. When he retires, Arudaya retires. That is absolutely impossible. The Avengers anticipated this, and planned this matter openly. The most important thing is to stipulate that this forum will only have one person from each country. Im.bg. Obviously, it is aimed at the word side by side king. Can't answer? Yes, it's dangerous. If you don't pick up, Arudaya is a tortoise with a shrunken head. Hall Master still think twice. We try our best to think of countermeasures and retreat to ensure nothing is lost. For example, the Zhentian temple sneaks into and follows. The Western Shu family also sent masters to sneak into. Several people from the Western Heavenly King persuaded. Levi Garrison shook his head, no. Only one person from each country can go to the Oriental Continent Forum this time. How can I let people follow? This will make Arudaya talk about it. What's more, I don't want the Zhentian temple to be exposed for the time being, let alone let people know that the Western Shu Gate clan is also under my control. So the Lord, you insist on going alone. Everyone swallowed fiercely. Well, I have decided. I have already reported to Messiah. Besides, you don't believe in my strength. Levi Garrison looked calm. We believe in your strength, but everyone still has a sentence in their hearts. There is no but. Levi Garrison smiled. But in fact, he had no bottom in his heart. This time the Avengers and the enemy are against him. They will use all their power and resources to kill themselves. He himself is isolated and helpless overseas, and he can only get out with his hands. Never take a step back. He probably won't come back. He was really not sure. This is the greatest difficulty he has faced in history. It is more than 100 times more difficult than the previous Blood King Palace and Watanabe. Tenika's target. Don't worry, I will be back. Levi Garrison was ready to go. But before going, he has to tell Zoe, Lavilia, and his mother. In case you can't come back. In the ancestral home of the Lopez family. Seeing Levi coming, everyone was very surprised. Levi Garrison, you came to die sincerely? Last time Elder Tang let you go, how dare you come? Song Kui and others stopped him immediately. I just want to see Zoe and Lavilia, get out of the way if you know, otherwise don't blame me for killing. Levi Garrison was cold. Just you want to kill us? Are you looking for death? Let me see how you kill. Song Kui wanted to do something against Levi Garrison. Wait. At this time, Zoe ran out holding Lavilia. Lavilia, come, father hug. In the future, when my father is away, listen to what my grandma and mother have to say. Zoe, take good care of Lavilia and mother. Levi Garrison embraced Lavilia, Zoe, and Zhou Yingying successively. Okay. Several people were stunned. What is Levi Garrison doing? Hearing this tone, it seemed like a parting of life and death. You, what are you doing? Zoe asked, holding back his tears. I'm leaving Northampton temporarily. But don't worry, I will take you home in March. Levi Garrison said. Ha ha ha, the traitor is going to run away? Are you leaving Arudaya? I was right, I just want to escape overseas. Chapter 1417. Seeing Levi Garrison's silence. Everyone said one after another. Everyone says as ugly as they are. After all, there is a lot of rumors about Levi Garrison being a traitor. Tell me, are you going overseas? Zoe said. Looking at Levi Garrison unbearably. Levi Garrison nodded, yes, not wrong. Ha 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 ha. Obviously I'm going to run away, so fresh and refined, me eek. Traitor. Arudaya's traitor, you must die. Hearing Levi Garrison's personal confession. Everyone became more angry. Speaking and penalizing. Trust me, I can't betray Arudaya. Levi Garrison took Zoe's hand. Bah, who would believe your nonsense? It's just a trickster. I really want to kill you. Zoe ignored the others and nodded, well, I believe you. Lavilia and mother have me here. Don't worry, go. Okay, then I'm leaving. In fact, Levi Garrison was very reluctant to give up. Especially after seeing his wife, daughter, and mother. But for Arudaya, he must go. Everyone first, then there is a small family. How can the great Xiaoyangyang country be afraid to go? Wait, do you a traitor want to run? We just won't let you run. We are going to catch you, a traitor, and hand it over to the people involved. Song Kui immediately stopped Levi Garrison. What are you doing? At this time, the Emperor of Xisha came out. Old Tang, this traitor is going to escape abroad, he himself admitted, shall we arrest him? Song Kui asked for instructions. Roll. The Western Shu Emperor pushed Song Kui aside. Levi Garrison looked at the Emperor Zishu and Tang Yanran with a smile and said, wait, I will definitely come and pick up my wife and daughter in March. Well, I want to see how you can take your wife and daughter away. The Western Shu Emperor said this sentence in a cold sweat. Later, Levi Garrison left. The Lopez and Black family did not understand what the Western Shu Emperor did. Why are you so tolerant of Levi Garrison and let him leave? Shouldn't it be caught? After Levi Garrison left, he never looked back. He was afraid that once he turned his head, he would never be able to do without. He then went all the way to the capital. In the manor somewhere in the capital, Black Phoenix and Black Tiger gathered together. Ha ha ha, just a message from the leader, he is fully prepared. As long as the king goes side by side, there is absolutely no possibility of surviving. This time all the major forces are paying the price to kill the king of one word. So even if you give everything, you must kill him overseas. Black Phoenix laughed. Hi-ho, people were extremely excited. This is great, now because of the incident of Levi Garrison. Being designated as a traitor, it has had a huge impact on Arudaya. If the king of one word is killed again, then the blow to Arudaya would be too great, you imagine all. Excited, why? Yin, it's wrong. This time, Tian Ludawang and countless masters of the hidden world are waiting for the word to be king. How can he be strong alone? The leader plans everything personally, and Wang Zhen has a little chance of surviving side by side. After Levi Garrison came to the capital, Xingguo, where the Oriental Continent Forum is held, sent someone to pick him up. After all, according to the rules, there is only one person from each country. Levi Garrison wears a Yanlong mask, a Yanlong sword on his back, and a Yanlong ring, carrying a great Xia dragon banner. One person, one sword, one flag. Arudaya is him, he is Arudaya. If the flag does not fall, Arudaya will not fall. Chapter 1418. One word side by side, Arudaya can't provide you with any help this time. Everything is up to you alone. The other party is expected to know the style of Arudaya as a great country. It's better to die in battle, Arudaya's dignity can't be lost. No matter what moment, Arudaya dragon banner can't fall. If you don't come back, please rest assured, your mother, wife and daughter will be taken care of by Arudaya. Before leaving, Messiah exhorted Levi Garrison a few words. Salute. Everyone saluted and watched Levi Garrison board the plane. After listening to Messiah's instructions, Levi Garrison had a bottom in his heart. At least there is no need to worry about how many people Zoe. On the plane, several Star Country people saw Levi Garrison, and everyone smiled triumphantly. Why? Arudaya is indeed a big country, and Dongfeng's who sets an example. We admire it. I hope you can keep holding the great Xia dragon banner not to fall. Although he was polite on the face, his eyes were full of murderous intent. Zholong Mountain, located in the depths of the Star Country, has a steep and complex terrain, but hundreds of thousands of people have gathered here early. And the number is still increasing. Seeing that this trend should be able to break through 1 million. They surrounded Zholongshan with water, and they really did not even let a mosquito pass. This time is a real blockade. Reflected in every corner. As long as you enter Zholong Mountain, you definitely can't get out. This is the terrifying killing game set up for Levi Garrison. In addition, Zholong Mountain continues to be deployed and strengthened, their purpose is to increase the success rate of killing. And this place is the location of the Forum of the 28 countries of Dongfeng's Hu. No one knows what the specific content of this forum is. But the representatives of the 27 countries have come here a long time ago, and only the word side-by-side king of Arudaya is left. But everyone knows what the content of this forum is: the word kill Arudaya and the king. What makes people even more confusing is that it is obviously the forum of Dongfeng's Hu. The War Eagle country of Western continent sent a great man to be knighted. We also need to coordinate the globalization. Let everyone in Dongfeng's Hu listen to them. Although everyone feels uncomfortable, they can only endure it. This time, there were tens of thousands of masters who came to the Star Country in secret from the Eagle Nation, covering masters in every field. This is Prince William's promise to the Avengers. What everyone thinks is that it is the leader of the Avengers who organizes everything behind. He didn't even show his face at all. Star Country time, 8 o'clock in the morning. The layout of the Avengers alliance with East Island, Star Country, and Warhawk Country and other major forces has been completely completed. Then wait for Levi to come. Soon, there was a message from the international community that all the representatives of the 27 Countries of the 28-nation forum came together, leaving only one country behind. After seeing the representative of Arudaya appear, is Arudaya scared? Flinched? The star country sent a message again: the king of the word side by side is limited to reach the forum location within 6 hours. Otherwise, it will be regarded as Arudaya withdrawing and abstaining. From then on, Arudaya was the shame of Dongfang Zhou. At this moment, the people of Arudaya are surprisingly united, and they are all paying attention to this matter. Everyone wants to reach the king as soon as possible, and raise the country's prestige. Levi Garrison didn't understand what they wanted to do. It was deliberately delaying his time so that he could not arrive at the forum at the latest or at all. The biggest difficulty he faces now is not leaving the star country alive. How to reach the forum location within a limited time. 1 second later, Arudaya will be insulted for 1 second. The Return of the God of War, the Protector, Chapter 1419-1420. Xingguo's helicopter parked at the foot of the mountain far away from Zholong Mountain. At a glance, the main peak of Zholong Mountain towers into the clouds. It is estimated that it will take 1 day to walk normally. Not to mention that Levi Garrison arrived in this situation now. Only 6 hours. One word: side by side king, we only give you 6 hours. If you can't reach the main peak, we will directly treat it as Arudaya abstaining. Yes, the 28 countries of Dongfang continent are short of Arudaya. How about the demeanor of a big country? Can't you come earlier? We are waiting for you at the main peak, hoping to see you. The envoys of the star country showed murderous intent and ridicule. In their opinion, even if Levi Garrison did not die, he would not come to the main peak forum. There is no such possibility. Im.bg. Levi Garrison held the Arudaya dragon banner, looked into the distance, and smiled and said, "Soon you will see the Arudaya dragon banner flying at the highest point." Okay. Everyone was taken aback for a moment, and then burst into laughter. You can't even go, and you want to put the flag on the highest point? The star envoys left first. They even notified the front, the Arudaya people are different from us. They will regard this broken flag as more important than life. When I will kill the king of the word side by side, destroy the Arudaya dragon banner first. Wrong. Arudaya people just put certain things more important than life. For example, the flag in Levi Garrison's hands. This is the glory of Arudaya and a symbol of national pride. In any case, the flag must be flown. Holding the Arudaya dragon banner, Levi Garrison took a deep breath and went straight to Zholong Mountain. Break into Longtan Tiger's den by yourself. But there is Arudaya behind him. There is the belief of this nation. Expecting parents, wives, and daughters. These will protect him. When Levi Garrison arrived in the star country, the eyes of the whole world were focused here. Especially Arudaya is even more anxious. Everyone is paying attention to this matter. The people of Arudaya even put aside everything they had on hand, waiting for the result. Arudaya must win. The dragon flag must be flying on the top of Zholong Mountain. Don't let us down. This is the cohesion of a big country. The Lopez and Black family had no tasks today, but they were silently waiting for the message. This is the order of the Western Shu Emperor. Use all resources to investigate the message from the star country. They want to pray that the king must win one word side by side. Dawn, don't worry, we will definitely win today. Song Kui shouted with clenched fists. Although these people are unbearable, at this moment, I naturally hope that Arudaya will win. What's more, the king of the word side by side is still the patron of the Western Shu family, which is equivalent to their patron. Look at it. This is the gap. The king of the word side by side is going to the star country alone for the glory of Great Xia. Yes, it is said that Zholong Mountain has ambushed millions of masters, waiting to kill the king, but he is still not afraid. Look at Levi Garrison again, or the god of war. In order to save his dog's life, he betrayed Arudaya decisively and handed over the medicine. The gap is too big. The king is the most important minister of the country. He is not even a fart. Everyone began to compare Levi Garrison and the word side-by-side king. Yes, it's the same to go overseas, leave Arudaya, why is there such a big gap? Meredith complained. Okay. Zoe was taken aback. Why is it such a coincidence? How about these two people going abroad at the same time? Chapter 1421. Seeing the appearance of the masters, Levi Garrison showed a smile at the corner of his mouth. Actually, I don't know how strong I am after the transformation. I just want you to prove it. I hope I won't die, I hope I'm strong enough to make you scared. Looking at the mountains and plains, the enemies appearing like a tide. Levi Garrison carried the banner and killed him without hesitation. Prince William of the Eagle Nation on the mountain in the distance saw this scene, and he shook his head. I don't understand why he came. Although I figured out that Arudaya will definitely let people come, I don't understand this. What do you think? He looked at the black dragon. Heilong smiled and said, this is brainwashing. Instill some absurd ideas from childhood. What to fight for Arudaya, what to sacrifice for Arudaya. In fact, this group of people is a group of machines in the end. Although Heilong is from Arudaya, he will never understand such things as sense of mission and national glory. This is also the reason why he betrayed Arudaya now. Haha, a bunch of fools. Prince William laughed. In their opinion, Arudaya cannot send people, isn't it just reputation? How much is it worth? This is the difference between Arudaya people and them. All things related to Arudaya's reputation. I believe that every patriotic Arudaya citizen is willing to spare his life to defend. Arudaya never had a time of fear. There is no such thing as a deserter. This trick can only be used on Arudaya, and it is not for other countries. The Black Dragon is watching the changes on the battlefield. I would like to see how strong the one-word side-by-side king is. But in the end he will be consumed alive. Heilong is very confident in this battle. The game he set up himself. More than 1 million masters have gathered. More than 1 million people, this is an unimaginable concept. Even if this group of millions of people are unarmed ordinary people, let you kill, it is estimated that you will be exhausted alive. The time will be as long as dozens of days. Many knives are broken. But they can't stand and let you kill. Instead, they came to kill you. Not to mention that these million people have no shortage of masters, many of them are super fighters. No matter how strong you are, more than 1 million people will exhaust you a little bit. But the Black Dragon didn't want to be consumed, he wanted to kill it directly. Therefore, in this battle, he gathered all major forces to organize all master level and god level powerhouses. He united with East Island and the Star Kingdom to invite all the hidden master level experts in the East continent out of the mountain. Before the Grand Master level powerhouses were hidden, they could not be seen at all. But this time in order to kill Levi Garrison, it took an unimaginable price. All the masters are invited out of the mountain. At present, there are a total of 538 Grand Master level powerhouses. There are more than 10,000 God level powerhouses. There are more than 100,000 King level powerhouses. Others are also first-class masters. In order to give Arudaya a painful blow, these forces took out all their heritage and resources. Must be successful. There can be no failure. Everyone also understands how can you fail with this lineup? Levi Garrison has entered a mortal game. It took 6 hours to kill in the hands of 1 million masters, not to die, but to reach the main peak end. Insert the banner into the highest point. A task that cannot be done? Arudaya Messiah knew this as well as everyone else. The supreme existence of the king just now is about to fall. The strategy of the Avengers is perfect, and Arudaya is dead, and he is a general. One person is against a million army, no one has a bottom. Chapter 1422. But everyone still has a glimmer of hope. So everyone always pays attention to every move ahead. At the foot of Geelong Mountain, Levi Garrison was surrounded by countless masters. 3 floors inside and 3 floors outside. The number is still increasing. Human sea tactics. Kill. Each of these people looked like lunatics, their eyes were red when they saw Levi Garrison. It seems that all of them have an unshakable hatred with him. Kill Levi Garrison at the expense of his life. The scene in front of him also stimulated Levi Garrison to a great extent. Bg. His fighting spirit is burning. The whole person is excited, transpiring. Kill. Levi Garrison rushed into the battle group holding the Arudaya dragon banner. Puff. 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 Levi Garrison's iron fist turned into an invincible weapon. Wherever he went, blood spattered and someone fell. With just a breath of effort, Levi Garrison's feet were already full of wailing people. At least there must be 100 people. However, Levi Garrison didn't take a step forward. Because there are too many people. One fell, 3 or 4 were immediately made up. They stubbornly stopped Levi Garrison and prevented him from moving forward. To move forward, step on the bodies of everyone. Ha ha ha, this is the benefit of being crowded. What if his combat power is against the sky? Isn't he going to be consumed alive? All the people watching from a distance smiled. The battlefield has gradually heated up, and thousands of people have fallen to the ground. But Levi Garrison still didn't make a step forward. He is angry. Open! He roared. Boom! Suddenly, a terrible force that broke the mountains and rivers broke out. Boom! Boom! Under this tremendous force, hundreds of people in front of them were blasted by force. Levi Garrison opened a hole. Da-da-da! He walked like flying fast, striding hundreds of meters in an instant. Okay. Prince William Black Dragon and others were stunned. All stood up. In their estimation, Levi Garrison would never advance half a point. At this moment, all the masters were stunned. Unprepared to let Levi Garrison go so far. Hurry up and stop him. Stop him. One by one, like crazy beasts, they all rushed towards Levi Garrison. Open! Levi Garrison's fist was full of vigor. Blasted out with a punch, with the might of ghosts. All the people in front of him were shocked by Qi Jin. Levi Garrison continued to move forward, never stopping. Whenever someone came, they all flew out. Another 100 meters. Strong. Arudaya will win. The spies who were watching the battlefield sent real-time images to Arudaya. After Arudaya saw it, everyone cheered. Although the other party was crowded, he couldn't get close, and he couldn't even touch the corner of Levi Garrison's clothes. Levi Garrison's body was full of energy and body protection, always opening up a small space for him to keep going. The coalition army could not stop it at all. The red big summer dragon flag was flying like a proud and unbending spine. It's another 100 meters. In a short period of time, Levi Garrison actually advanced thousands of meters. This is what Prince William didn't even think of. It was completely beyond their expectations. The word side-by-side king is stronger than we thought. The Black Dragon came to a conclusion. There was a fierce look in Prince William's eyes. If this is the case, then destroy the Arudaya dragon. Banner. Can I think he can protect it? Prince William's order, everyone began to target Arudaya Lonki. Chapter 1423. At this moment, the snipers and archers' ambush in the dark began to act. Fuel smeared on the arrow and burned. As long as you touch the dragon flag, it will be ignited immediately. Not to mention the sniper, one hole at a time. A little bit is the destruction of Lonki. Levi Garrison, who was advancing, suddenly flickered his ears, and he suddenly stopped. Puff! Puff! At this moment, countless bullets and arrows were shot from all directions. Perforated the enemies in front of Levi Garrison one by one. Blood splattered, falling one after another. It turns out that their shooting was predictive. Calculated according to Levi Garrison's advancing speed. As a result, Levi Garrison stopped suddenly, disrupting their prediction. All these bullet weapons hit them. Small bugs. Levi Garrison sneered. Next, it would be impossible for the snipers and archers to aim at Levi Garrison or Arudaya Lonki. As a result, Levi Garrison was surrounded by too many people, and they couldn't find a chance. Secondly, Levi Garrison can always dodge. Want to touch my Arudaya Lonki? Impossible. Levi Garrison sneered. He continued to fight and move on. Don't attack him, listen to my orders, and destroy the Arudaya dragon banner as much as possible. Let him be exhausted. An order came from behind. These people went crazy to target Arudaya Lonki. The Arudaya dragon banner at the moment was like a burden, tightly tied to Levi Garrison. Everyone wanted to destroy the dragon banner, which indeed caused Levi Garrison a lot of trouble. After all, there are too many F***ing people. For a while, Levi Garrison couldn't move on. Seeing the miraculous effect of this trick, everyone began to laugh again. As for Arudaya, my heart is ashamed. Hey, even if the king is strong with one word side by side. In this case, it will be consumed alive. You have to hold on. You have to hold on. In the battlefield, Levi Garrison was indeed stretched. He has always protected Lonki from damage, but he still seems unable to move forward. 6 hours, time is too short. It's too late. The cold light flashed in Levi Garrison's eyes, and he carried the Arudaya dragon banner on his back. He wants to change his strategy. Can't defend like this. The final defense is offense. He wants to attack. Immediately, a pair of iron fists hit. He did not use any combat skills. Reliability is the most unpretentious pair of iron fists. Boom! 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 Under a pair of iron fists, gods and ghosts are invincible. The best defense is offense. Under Levi Garrison's terrifying offensive, no one could get close to Lonki, let alone destroy it. After Levi Garrison's offensive came down, he rushed out again a lot. There are at least tens of thousands of people lying under their feet. Unmatched. It is completely invincible. The key is not to see Levi Garrison showing any tired expression. Open. Levi came and carried the Great Xia Dragon banner, rolling all the way. At this speed, he has a chance to reach the top of Zhejiang Mountain in 6 hours. Prince William's face was covered with frost. What's the matter? So many people can't stop him. He was questioning the Black Dragon. Impossible. We are too many people. Heilong smiled suddenly. The power of the human sea tactics has yet to be fully utilized. Then is the real beginning. Soon Levi Garrison crossed a distance of 2 kilometers and came to a place. There are mountain cliffs on both sides, and there is only one entrance. But the entrance is too narrow. There were so many people here, Levi Garrison couldn't go deeper. Chapter 1424. No matter how powerful Levi Garrison's punch was, even a building can collapse. But he hit the crowd in front of him with a punch. Despite a large number of casualties. But the crowd did not move. The road ahead simply cannot be opened. The entrance is too narrow and the crowds are piled up here. There is no way. The front cannot be opened. More and more masters gathered from behind. To besiege Levi Garrison here. There are already 100,000 people in the rear. Even if the king of the word side by side does not die, at least he will not be able to reach the Zholong mountain. It is also a failure for Arudaya. Black Dragon smiled. Prince William has all picked up a glass of red wine. Let's watch him live and die. At this moment, 100,000 masters gathered behind Levi. There is no way to go ahead and behind. If you want to reach Zholong mountain, you have to find another way to the top of Zholong mountain. Unless you make a bloody road from the 100,000 people behind you. That way, both time and other things need to be increased several times. And this extremely narrow entrance is the closest way. What? Wow! In the next moment, strange voices came from the crowd. I saw Levi Garrison suddenly climbed up the cliff on the right and climbed quickly. This is something that everyone has never thought of. There is no way around. But there is a way above the head. Quick, stop him! Everyone exclaimed. Countless masters climbed and pursued. Boom! 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 The snipers in the distance began to kill Levi Garrison, who was climbing on the cliff. Hundreds of snipers arranged to fire together. Even sniper rifles can be woven into a firepower net. This is unimaginable on the battlefield. But Levi Garrison's speed was too fast. Bullets are always one step behind him. He can always hide. The cliffs on both sides are not very high, and the altitude is only 2 kilometers. For Levi Garrison, it was a matter of time. No. Never let him climb up. Come on, block fire from a high place and force him down. Halong arranged immediately. Soon, a cannon appeared above. Directly bombard Levi Garrison. Soon this cliff will be shattered. Directly broke Levi Garrison's way. But Levi Garrison's eyes flashed. Suddenly no longer climbed up, but jumped forward. Boom! Suddenly he jumped forward from the cliff. The masters who guarded the entrance raised their heads and watched Levi Garrison jump over their heads. Boom! Finally, Levi Garrison fell to the ground. A shock wave was formed and overflowed. Hundreds of people around were all blown out. What? He came in. Come in from the top of your head. Seeing Levi Garrison flying in from the top of his head, everyone's eyes were full of incredible. Kill him for me. Kill him for me at all costs. Prince William has gone crazy. Levi Garrison broke his prediction again and again today. It made him angry. Although Levi Garrison entered the entrance, the trouble was still there, and the army of millions was still there. Look at the time, half an hour has passed. There is still a long way to go from the top of Zholong mountain. If you continue like this, you won't be able to reach it in 6 hours. Call. Levi Garrison took a deep breath. It's time to speed up. He muttered to himself. Shit. He gently pulled out the Yanlong sword. Boom! Suddenly, the golden light on the sword body made everyone unable to open their eyes. You can't stop me. Levi Garrison ignored everyone. Chapter 1425. This sword was made of forged without knowing what material it was used for, and when it was pulled out, the cold air spread across the sky. Everyone felt a soaring murderous intrusion into their bodies, and their scalp was numb. There is fear in my heart. It really is a good sword. Levi Garrison gently stroked the Yanlong sword. I figured it out, the best way is to knock everyone down. Levi's sword pointed to the sky. Relying on other methods is not useful. The other party had already designed everything. The point is that there are too many people. Are you really afraid of death, M.BG? Hurry up and surrender, hand over the dragon flag, you don't have to die. Is it worth it for others? Sacrifice for something meaningful. You know that you can never live. Why bother? Surrender. Even your previous war god Levi Garrison betrayed Arudaya, you can too. Everyone in front of them tried to persuade Levi Garrison to make him surrender. Levi Garrison smiled, "The surrender will not appear in my dictionary, nor will it appear in Levi Garrison's dictionary. Then you are looking for death." Seeing this scene, almost everyone in Arudaya had tears running across their faces. That lonely figure is supporting a nation. Whose son is he? Whose husband is it again? Or whose father? He is not a god. He is just an ordinary person. Kill. Levi Garrison converged his mind and rushed into the enemy without hesitation. This time Levi Garrison is killing him. He had too many concerns before, and while fighting, he was thinking about how to get rid of these people and reach the main peak of Zholong Mountain. Now I find that the best way to get rid of is to knock everyone down. With the blessing of Levi Garrison's super strength, the Yanlong sword was simply invincible. Rush into the crowd, rushing left and right. Like a killer from hell. He represents death. No one is standing under the Yanlong sword. A sword of light and cold 14 continents. Puff. 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 Under Levi Garrison's charge. Soon blood flowed into rivers in this valley, bones became mountains, and people were everywhere. Except for the sky, there was blood everywhere. Levi Garrison became more and more courageous in the war. Red eyes. This group of lunatics was terrified. He is too strong, why? Looking at Levi Garrison, who was like a devil in front of them, many people flinched. Don't dare to go forward. Leave on your own, I won't hurt you. Levi Garrison said coldly. Withdraw. The remaining enemies in the valley retreated one after another. What? Dare to retreat? Dare to escape? Kill me. When Prince William saw this, he roared. Puff. Puff. As soon as this group of people escaped halfway, they were all shot and killed by the masters rushing up behind them. Warning everyone, escape is the end. Also tell everyone that he is not invincible. He also has weaknesses, he is also an ordinary person. Prince William shouted. This wave of Levi Garrison knocked down tens of thousands of people. The valley was full of howling people. Going here, it has already exceeded many people's expectations. Just because of the terrain, it was completely opened. But at least 200,000 people have fought with ginseng. Still can't stop Levi Garrison. Keep going. Levi Garrison stepped out of the valley and walked forward step by step. Continue with the crowded tactics. Put in as many people as the terrain can expand. Heilong gave an order. This area is again full of people. All rushed to Levi Garrison to kill. I said, you can't stop me. Levi Garrison almost didn't make any adjustments, and once again carried the sword to kill. Chapter 1426. Levi Garrison fought with hundreds of thousands. Killing the world. White clothes are stained with blood. The Arudaya Longki has been flying. The Yanlong sword in his hand does not account for a drop of blood, still radiant. But Levi Garrison is not as good as before. He was in white clothes and rags, and he was in embarrassment. Covered in blood, I don't know if it is someone else's or my own. Clang! Levi Garrison inserted the sword into the earth. He wants to take a break, Eek. He is not a god. He is also human. Haha, he is tired after seeing you. The king is a human being side by side, he will be tired, and he will die. Hurry up, attack him. He is going to die. Prince William shouted. The tired scene of Levi Garrison was seen by everyone. This brings them great confidence. The Levi Garrison they faced before couldn't be beaten at all. It's a war machine. Now he will be tired, which is a great signal. Kill. Hundreds of thousands rushed to Levi Garrison again. Don't give him any breathing time. 1 hour. 2 hours. 3 hours. Under the crowd tactics, Levi Garrison had been able to hold on for so long. The entire Zhejiang mountain corpses were everywhere, and injured and howling people lay everywhere, densely packed, everywhere. The blood stained the entire Zhejiang mountain, as if it was bloody here. At this moment, Levi Garrison has come to the front of Zhejiang mountain. Most of the journey has been completed. The top of Zhejiang mountain is close at hand. Levi Garrison half kneeled on the ground, holding the Yanlong sword with one hand, and carrying the great Xia dragon banner on his back. The corners of his mouth kept spilling blood. This is his own. There are too many people on the other side and it consumes too much for him. In these 3 hours, he played at least 500,000 masters. This is simply unimaginable. Unbelievable. It's incredible. 600,000 masters can't stop him alone. If I want to exist in the Eagle Nation like this, I can laugh to death in my dreams. Prince William looked at the scenes before him, and he was completely shocked. This battle is a battle of fame for the king, and it is also his battle for the gods. There were people in Ayodhya who were dissatisfied with the sudden emergence of the word side by side. King. But in today's battle, no one doubted it again. Ray and the others know how far they are from him. It's like a moat. At this time, Levi Garrison consumed too much, and suffered a lot of injuries. Everything is approaching his limit. If he were the one before, he would have died in the front. Impossible to live. After a brief gasp, Levi Garrison yelled to the sky, "Is it that way? Anything else?" Immediately, he continued to set off. The black dragon in the distance suddenly showed a smile, now that 600,000 people consume him in turns, he has reached his limit. Now I'm going to send a real killer. Prince William looked at him and asked, "Is it a master-level powerhouse and a god-level powerhouse?" "Yes, they still don't make a move, just wait for this moment." The black dragon smiled. His plan is simple. Carry out the human sea tactics first to maximize the consumption of Levi Garrison. Finally, let the top masters go out and harvest. It seems that the effect has been achieved. The crowd tactics worked. Levi Garrison felt strange walking. Is there someone in front? What's the situation? In the next moment, a wave of violent breath erupted. Hundreds of people jumped out in front of them, and tens of thousands of people followed. Judging from the breath, the hundreds of people in front of him are all masters. Behind are all god-level powerhouses. This is the strongest Zhuang lineup. Chapter 1427. Levi Garrison was also shocked. So many masters and god-level powerhouses at once? This lineup can be said to be against the sky, right? This is the real master cabbage, and the gods are everywhere. In order to kill us, you really worked so hard. Levi Garrison smiled. He doesn't know anything else, but it is estimated that the Avengers have invited all the god-level, master-level powerhouses in Dongfang continent. The key is still being consumed so severely. These masters just appeared. For it is to kill with one blow. The Avengers are really good at using this vicious strategy. Why? Everyone in Ayodhya was worried when they saw this scene. This is the most difficult time for one word side by side. Hundreds of masters shot together. Unimaginable. Still in the case of Levi Garrison's serious injury. Hold it. You must hold it. Ayodhya can't fall, nor can you fall. The dragon flag must keep flying. Everyone's fists were clenched tightly, and their eyes were red. Hundreds of masters stared at Levi Garrison as if they were looking at a prey to be slaughtered. You are like this, do you want to continue? Surrender, spare you not to die. Not only that, with your strong strength, I don't know how many countries will recruit. Everything you have may far exceed what Ayodhya now gives you. Listen to our surrender. Hand over the dragon banner. A group of masters persuaded. The strength of the leading master is still above Tang Bei Dao. He sneered, "You have now proven your strength to the world, stop it. Besides, what is good about Arudaya? As long as you want, Prince William can give you island land and even a country for you to manage. Isn't it? You are so strong, why bother with others? Are those Arudaya people worthy of your protection?" Levi Garrison smiled, "It's impossible for me to kneel for life. Let's get on together. Let me see what you guys have." Puff. After speaking, Levi Garrison spit out blood. He has been seriously injured. "Ha ha ha, I'm all dying, and my mouth is stiff." Everyone laughed. "Come on together, don't delay my time. Then you are looking for death." The Grand Master headed by one person rushed up. Boom! Overbearing combat skills turned into a mountain to crush down. Boom! Levi Garrison blocked it with a sword. Boom boom boom! His feet kept cracking. The feet are even more plunged into the ground. Kill! Boom! Another Grand Master rushed up. With a punch, the earth shook and the mountains shook. Levi Garrison's legs sank again. Boom! Another 100-year-old Grand Master killed Levi Garrison. Boom! Boom! One by one, hundreds of masters shot together. That is an unimaginable picture. This is definitely the first time in 100 years. They were shocked and invincible. There is no need to make any moves from the 10,000 god-level powerhouses behind. Just watch hundreds of masters perform. Come! Levi Garrison roared. Hundreds of masters played super combat skills together, and unrivaled power fell across the board. It seemed that Mount Tai was pressing on Levi Garrison's body. Boom! Finally, the earth under Levi Garrison's feet could no longer support this powerful force and collapsed. Completely. This scene is that a mountain is leveled. Levi Garrison is at the bottom. Soon he was drowned in billowing smoke and dust. After being blasted out of a sinkhole forcibly, Levi Garrison fell into it, life and death uncertain. Don't die. You must live. Chapter 1428. Worry. Very worried. Everyone in Arudaya's heart came to his throat. As for the enemy, he cheered thoroughly. This was the biggest hit to Levi Garrison. It hurts me to obliterate such a strong man. The strongest master sighed. He always wanted Levi Garrison to surrender. After all, the strong regret the strong. Levi Garrison is such a terrifying existence. If he follows the War Eagle Nation, it will definitely be even more powerful. Only the next moment, he smiled eek. Because of an extreme icy cold all over his body. His back was even more cold, as if something stabbed in. He looked down and saw a sword pierced through his body. The sword body is golden, blood is not stained, and it sheds down. I was killed? When did the word side by side king come behind him? Shouldn't he be bombed to death in the big pit? Everyone was watching just now. Puff! He fell to the ground feebly. This scene shocked the others present. Is this dead? See this scene. The whole Arudaya began to boil. He's still alive. Arudaya still has hope. Geelong Mountain is still billowing with smoke and dust, and it is hard to see everything. Levi Garrison started. Puff! Puff! He held the Yanlong sword and shuttled among the masters. Wherever he went, the sword light flickered and blood spattered. In a short while, a powerful master-level expert fell. At this moment, hundreds of masters have fallen. The other remaining masters also reacted one by one. Everyone was stunned. Levi Garrison is like this. Still have such a strong combat power? Kill. Can't let him live. The offensives of the great masters were endless, and they did not give Levi Garrison any chance to escape. However, Levi Garrison didn't choose to escape at all, so he went head to head with them. This wave of battle hit the sky dimly. The earth-shaking sound is endless. The entire Geelong mountain seemed to be shaking. Levi Garrison couldn't hold on head-to-head with hundreds of masters. Wounds began to appear on his body, and blood was lying ticking. He is not a god, he is also a man. However, in this wave of head-to-head, hundreds of people fell on the opposite side. The remaining masters were also more or less injured, staring at Levi Garrison with vigilant eyes. Is he hit with iron? Carry on. Levi Garrison stroked the Erudaya dragon banner and continued to fight. You must kill him. Otherwise, no one can stop Erudaya in the future. Everyone shouted. The remaining 300 Grandmasters went crazy and attacked Levi Garrison. The battle between the two sides has gone beyond the scope of ordinary people. The damage to the battlefield is no less than that of aircraft and artillery in modern war. This is the power of hundreds of masters fighting. But from the side, it shows Levi Garrison's horror. Strong. Outrageously strong. Faced with hundreds of masters alone, how can he be beaten like this? The hearts of Prince William and Black Dragon were trembling. The two of them were not as calm as before, watching the battlefield with their hearts hanging. The two of them stopped talking. One word side by side the king surpassed their cognition time and time again. Boom! 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 Before the extreme battle, the woods on the north side of Geelong Mountain had all been leveled. There was war and burnt everywhere. Puff! Puff! The masters fell one by one. Over the last 20 minutes, there was no one standing in the field. All the Grand Masters fell to the ground either dead or wounded. And Levi Garrison actually. Chapter 1429. He even fell to the ground. Fall to the ground with these masters. Although he killed hundreds of masters, he also suffered heavy losses. He was watered by blood over and over again. Of course, he has a lot of blood. Cough cough cough. He coughed constantly. Every time you cough, blood will overflow from the corner of your mouth. Even more frightening is that the invincible flame dragon sword was also broken in two. It was cut off abruptly. It can be seen how difficult this battle was. Why? This has more than 500 Grand Master level powerhouses knocked down? Or by one person? How is this possible? Is he a god? Prince William's eyes were full of incredible. He is about to collapse. But he is not a god. Just an ordinary Erudaya person. Without him, another Levi Garrison would appear. This is the inheritance of Erudaya's spirit. Ha ha ha. But the Black Dragon suddenly burst into laughter. His method worked. The loss was great, but Levi Garrison was dying. He finally fell. Even if our losses are heavy, what about? He will eventually fall. Come here, listen to my orders and kill him. He must not live. The Black Dragon ordered. He couldn't wait for a moment, he wanted to immediately Levi's death. The tens of thousands of gods behind were dispatched one after another to reap. It's over, this time is over. One word side by side, Wang Qiang is so invincible that it is wrong, but he is already at the limit. This is Erudaya's most worrying moment. Everyone knew that Levi was at his limit. He can't hold it. Thousands of gods level powerhouses all rushed towards Levi Garrison. Everyone stopped in front of Levi Garrison. One word side by side, you should have surrendered long ago. Why bother? Didn't you lose in the end? Yes, let us kill you until now. The Erudaya dragon banner you are protecting is going to be destroyed by us. Aren't you very strong? Come on. Go ahead. See if you can protect it. Everyone laughed at Levi Garrison. If you look at yourself, you can't stand up now, I will smash the Erudaya dragon banner in front of you. A god-level powerhouse walked in front of Levi Garrison. It's over, To Arudaya's soldiers, Arudaya dragon banner is more important than life. This is killing people. If the dragon banner is destroyed in front of this soldier, it will be his greatest shame. No, no. The people of Arudaya who were paying attention to this scene started to cry. Okay. When his hand was about to touch the Arudaya Lonki, suddenly a big hand clasped his wrist. Boom! At the same time, a force of strength penetrated his arm to the whole body. He had broken meridians, bursting out bloody arrows. This scene shocked the world. At this moment, Arudaya was cheering everywhere. He still didn't fall completely. Arudaya Lonki can't be insulted. No one can do it. I am willing to defend with my life. Especially the tens of thousands of god-level powerhouses in front of them were shocked. What's going on? He still has strength? Can he fight? The expressions on Prince William and Black Dragon's faces also solidified. That's incredible, isn't it? At this time, Levi Garrison slowly stood up. The corner of his mouth raised an arc. I let you down, I still don't fall down. The battle continues. Hiss. The sound of cold breath is endless in every part of the world. Chapter 1430. The man stood up again. He still doesn't fall down. He can still fight. Arudaya Lonki can still fly. Kill. The god-level powerhouses all killed Levi Garrison. Kill. Levi Garrison charged up with a broken sword. She. Boom boom boom. Levi Garrison rushed into the battle group like an ancient beast awakened, crushing it all the way. Bg. It seems that these god-level masters are indistinguishable from ordinary people. Soon, there were countless deaths and injuries among the god-level masters. Almost confused by Levi Garrison's formation. However, they are better than they are crowded and adjusted quickly. After all, Levi Garrison was too consumed and injured too much. After repeated fierce battles, there were times when he couldn't hold it. Puff! Levi Garrison was knocked to the ground. Open his mouth and spit out blood. Boom! But he stood up again and continued to fight. Puff! Was knocked down again. He stood up again. So cycle. Levi Garrison has fallen nearly 100 times. But no matter how much injury and consumption, he can always stand up. By this time, Yanlong's mask had been completely soaked in blood and turned into a bloody color. Levi Garrison's clothes had been torn to the point where he was almost naked. There were even more hideous scars on his body. He insisted completely with unyielding will. Fall down hundreds of times and stand up again. Every time it makes everyone worried. Everyone wiped their tears unanimously. He is also human. An ordinary person. For Arudaya, he is willing to do so. Levi Garrison fell down 100 times and stood up again. The result was that all the masters of the 10,000 gods fell, and there was no one standing. When Levi Garrison stood up again, the sky changed. A heavy rain suddenly hit. Swept the entire Zhejiang mountain. Prince William and the Black Dragon are about to collapse completely. These god-level masters still can't stop them? This the F***ck is definitely not a human. Is this god descending? Apart from that, they couldn't think of other explanations. But the more powerful the king of one word is, the less he can live. I'm still prepared. There are hundreds of thousands of people on the halfway and peak of Zhejiang mountain. Only 2 hours are left. I don't believe Levi Garrison can succeed. The Black Dragon smiled. These hundreds of thousands of people have not been dispatched for a long time, and it is his last hole. Card. Well, the king has become like this, and we still have a geographical advantage. Even if he does not die, he will not arrive within the limited time limit. Prince William sneered coldly. Levi Garrison continued to walk towards the top of the mountain. Halfway up the mountain, dense figures appeared in front of him, covering this side of the mountain, completely without leaving any gaps. People are still endless. There are dense figures on the top of the mountain. Seeing so many people, Levi Garrison shook his head helplessly. It's the last level, I don't know if I can make it through. His consciousness has begun to slowly dissipate. Too many people. Crowd tactics can consume people to death. Zoe. Lavilia. Mother. Brothers? All the people he loved came to mind. Do not. I can't die yet. I want to go back alive. I want to see my mother, wife, and daughter, and brothers and friends. Erudaya Lonki must be plugged in. After Levi Garrison stabilized the Erudaya dragon banner, he held a broken sword. He roared wildly, "Charge! Erudaya is undefeated." At this point, Levi Garrison still charged. The rain was torrential, but his blood could not be quenched. Drinking ice for 10 years, it is difficult to cool blood. Not to mention a rain.